Got him? Nice. Oh, I did
it's a huge one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a giant one. Big one. Oh shoot, I just got one hook in him. Oh. Oh shoot. Oh! Man. That sucks. Dang, that was a 6-pounder. That one stings. Oh, I got another huge one. Oh, I got another huge one.
Mille Lacs is good?
Yeah, Mille Lacs is real good. Oh, he's about half. That other one could have eaten him, but
We're going to use
no.
the yellow.
Got him. Yeah.
I'll hold it up to this cam too, Dan. That other one was so huge, I can't believe you lost him.
How big was it? Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. Oh. Ooh, big smallie. Man. It's such a fun bait to fish. You can cover so much water. This is the time of the year when, I mean, they work. They work year round for smallmouth, but this is the time where you can't beat them. You can't beat them. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's a nice, big, healthy one. Man, they're aggressive. These fish have been under ice and out deep for a long time through the winter. And as we had a couple of nice warm days, sunny, the fish are moving up, and this is kind of a big rock flat area. And boy, they are up today. Prespawn, nice and chubby. That is cool. It's my favorite way to catch them. Throwing an X-Wrap in a bright, obnoxious color. I learned that from Lindner. For whatever reason, they either really hate it or they really like it. But either way, they bite it. And it's an awesome way to cover a ton of water and catch them. So, boy, look at that. What a big, looks like she ate a softball, man. Oh man, let's see if there's some more. Yeah. Oh, there he is, got him. That was cool. Most of these fish, what we're doing is side imaged, found a lot of sand, and we're right where that sand meets rock. There's a hard line. I'm trying to stay off it, stay in the sand, cast onto that rock, and fish it right out to that edge, and the fish will be up on top or on that edge. And side imaging, structure scan is the way to do that. It's pretty slick, little guy. It's a nice one, Kyle. One of the fun things about smallmouth in the spring like this, when they first move up on these big rocky, sandy flats, is if there's one, there's often a bunch. So as soon as we get a bite, if we're in less than 8 feet, I'm gonna drop the power poles. If we're in more than 8 feet, I hit spot lock. This Ranger has the most ultimate boat control. No matter the wind, it's very user-friendly. You can just start fishing. You don't have to worry about boat control with the power poles or the spot lock. And one of the greatest aspects of a jerkbait is the versatility and the fact that you can throw it on a spinning rod, a casting rod. You can use mono, braid, or fluorocarbon. And this is a bait caster with 10-pound fluorocarbon. This is Suffolk's Advanced Fluorocarbon, and it's a very user-friendly fluorocarbon. It's easy to manage. You can even cast it on spinning reels. But fluorocarbon has a high density, so it's very sensitive. It's virtually invisible underwater, And a lot of people are under the impression that fluorocarbon is low stretch. It actually isn't. It has as much stretch as mono, but that helps you keep fish pinned, especially with treble hook baits like a jerkbait. The basic thing I start with, and I think most people do, is you kind of cast it out. I'll give it a good few cranks to the reel to get it down a little bit, and then just twitch, twitch, pause. Just kind of a twitch, twitch, pause. And as you get more experienced with jerkbaits, you can experiment with that. Often, the colder the water, the longer the pause, the warmer the water, and typically the more aggressive the fish, the faster you can work it. And one key when you are working the bait and jerking and snapping, twitching, pausing, is to work it with slack in your line. And you want that line to be slapping the water. And while you're doing that, I'm kind of doing it right in front of me, so a shorter rod. This is actually a 6'9". I mean, the best way to get into jerkbait fishing is use what you've got. Use something, you don't want a real stiff rod, but something you can cast it out with, spinning or casting, and start there. And as you get more into it, more advanced, and want to get more technique specific for jerkbaits, this is a great rod, a 6'9". You know, it's a medium action, soft tip, keeps them buttoned. And this is a rod, actually Randall Tharp, a guy that I manage with the Rapala Pro staff, and he designed these with arc. This is a Tharp series. It's an awesome rod. It's light, it's sensitive, and it's got a good price point. So it's an all-around great rod.
Ooh, nice one. That guy just clobbered it. Nice smallmouth. It's not a bad way to go. The guy in the bow's throwing a jerkbait, and then have the person in the back of the boat do something different. And look at that.
Whoa, we might have found a school, Ryan.
Pretty much these days, though, paddle tail is always rigged. Dan's up there getting them on jerkbait.
Not as big as I thought, but
Should we hop up, Dan? Look at our double. Two very different baits, similar results.
yeah, two great baits to cover water and find them, locate fish. That's
Yep.
pretty cool. Yeah, they're just up and eating today. You know, just probably 3 or 4 days ago, the water was in the 40s, and this wouldn't be happening. These fish were not up here. A couple of days of warmth, they've kind of got adjusted. That first day they move up, they can be a little bit pretty lethargic and kind of quirky, tough to catch. You know, I could throw this and probably impart some very long pauses and catch them if I knew where they were sitting. But today they're warming up. The water's warmed up 10 degrees in the last day and a half, and the fish are up, they're active, and I can fish this bait fast. You know, when the water's cooler, I'll often like a bait that will have a little less action. This X-Wrap is very erratic. It's more of a, what we call a slash bait, just all over the place, whereas a shadow wrap or a husky jerk or something like that is more of a subtle bait, working side to side. Great action for cooler water, but as this water's warming, these fish are eating, and you can really work this bait. I'm not pausing it for more than maybe 2 seconds at the most, and they're crushing it. When they're on it, they're on it. It's just a great search tool, a great catching lure, and it's fun to fish.